Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, Waker Farm and Taproom Facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Bottom four at Foundation Fields here in the game between the Hamilton Jones and the Southern Ohio Copperheads. 1 run each in the top and the bottom of the first inning, as that's all the scoring. It's also only taken Thomas Zazzaro, the starter for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, 12 pitches over the last 2 innings in the second and third, as a first pitch is called strike to Jake Cates. So 12 pitches to get the end of the second and end of the third, as now a curveball hits the outside corner. Jake Cates is behind on Thomas Zazzaro. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 offering from Zazzaro misses outside. A fastball, 1-2. Cates today had an RBI single, if we should call it a single, as now a fastball misses low and through the legs of the catcher, Chris Gambert. Puts the count even at 2-2. It was a ball hit to the shortstop, Daniel Cruz. It was a Lothman's account full. And the confusion there, and that is how down the fence.
Yeah, Cates finally making Zazzaro had to throw some pitches here as he was just cruising through the order the past couple innings. Now comes the 7th pitch of this at-bat.
Full count pitch, misses outside, ball 4. That's the first walk since the first inning. And it's given to Jake Cates here in the bottom of the 4th. So leadoff bat, Hayes singled. He's 1 for 1 today. 394 on the early GLSCL season. First pitch into Thompson is a breaking ball that misses high for ball 1. Thompson coming into the day had 12 hits and 32 at-bats, 10 RBIs, 8 runs, walked 8 times and struck out 7 on the second and the third. Fastball outside into Ryan Thompson, and on first here in the bottom of the 4th inning. No count is now at 3 balls and 1 strike. Zazzaro from the stretch, now he deals. Fastball right down the middle, maybe on the low portion of the plate. And Joe's tied at 1 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As now a check over at first to Jake Cates. Cates goes back head first sliding. Pitch is swung on, a miss, strike 3. Foul tipped into the mitt of the catcher Gambert, as home plate umpire Mike Harbison will say, but nonetheless.
His 3rd strikeout of the outing, first one since the first inning.
First pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike to Avery Janning. Janning struck out swinging in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1.
You don't see too many full counts when Zazzaro is on the mound.
And then another check over, Zion Avery having to bend down and get the throw over from Zazzaro. Count remains at 1-1 to the batter, Janning. And for Janning, batting .412 currently. Rushing, got a handle on the ball, made a nice backhand play, and was able to throw out Avery Janning with some time to spare. As now there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, ball was kind of chopped too slowly to turn 2 there, and Cates was burning off of first base, so it would have been tough for Rushing to get the lead runner, but able to settle himself, make a strong throw on the first to at least get an out. Now there's 2 away.
Jake Cates at second base. Runner in scoring position for the Hamilton Joes as we're tied at 1. First pitch to Logan Thomason is in for a called strike. And Ben Rushing has gotten his work in today as Thomason grounded out to third in his last at-bat, as now he's down on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. There's a total of 3 so far ground ball outs to Ben. Cesaro steps off the mound. Ball in the right hand as the You
see, Cesaro missed a spot on that when you saw kind of more enticing with 2 strikes, but just kind of let it get away from him a little bit.
Bottom of the 4th is over as the Copperheads will come to the plate. Pursuit and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. See us celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh is one of the premier financial and Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.schneiderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com. Top of the 5th inning. It's Copperheads 1, Joes 1. As there'll be a new man out on the mound, number 35, Kurt Lang. As Kurt Lang from Hamilton, Ohio, and Northern Kentucky University, where he's a junior. Lang comes in to replace Joey Gerbis. And for Gerbis, went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. It'll be an infield single, an infield bunt single for Ty Crittenberger.
Yep, just a nicely executed bunt, kind of in no man's land down there between the pitcher's mound and third base, and having to charge it was Janning, unable to pick it up on the bare hand. It would have took a heck of a throw to throw out Crittenberger.
Makes a smart play and decides not to throw it anywhere.
Well, it's tough to throw when you don't have the ball in your hand.
I mean, that is move the throw right on the mark. And Crittenberger knew it. Caught stealing. And now there's 1 out, and the leadoff man erased. Here in the top of the 5th inning, 1 out.
Yeah, just a strong throw back behind the plate by Rich as he came up firing and threw a strike right on the bag where it had to be easy tag made, and Crittenberger will be caught stealing for the first time this year.
Well, the Copperheads, they've been stealing bases left and right. So far, they were 20 for 23 on the season, now 20 for 24 on stolen base attempts as a fastball goes outside to Daniel Cruz, counts at 1 ball and 1 strike. One swung on and fouled off towards the right side and over towards the water park towards our right. Haven't seen a water park in a while. Turn the fountains off, though. They were on earlier today.
I'm not sure it's much of a park, really. It's just a bunch of kind of like sprinklers over there, but
I mean, it's
sure,
it's an area. Tries to hold his swing, and the go down to first will say he went around. Daniel Cruz is in disbelief. Austin Dunphy or Anthony Hill as in fear of being thrown out of the game if they argue. However, it's a questionable call that goes against the Copperheads again, and now there are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning with the leadoff or the top of the 1-1 swung on, lifted out into right field. Ranging in and over towards the line is Gick. And Gick makes a one-hand catch right on the line for the 3rd and final out here in the top of the 5th inning. So the Copperheads go virtually 1-2-3. Ty Crittenberger led off with a single, but he was erased with a caught steal. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Saloon at 12 North Court of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
Avenue and East State Street, Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood, Ohio Realty, will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Schneider, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2000 firms in the region. Bottom 5 for the Hamilton Joes, it will be Brennan Gick, Marshall Rich. And then the top of the order for the Joes here in the bottom of the 5th inning, with the ball game still tied up at 1 out in right field. Making some catches out near the line. Sliding catch as fastball goes outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Gick grounded out to third his last time up. Third unassisted as Zion Avery made the easy play. It was a slow roller up the line where Avery was just able to get the glove on it and then reach over and touch the bag for out number 2 back in the 2nd as a swing and a miss now from Brennan Gick here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled straight down. Counts at 2-2. Cesaro had back-to-back 1-2-3 innings in the 2nd and the 3rd. Walked the first batter he saw as all the way back, where he's a couple steps away from the warning track and made the one-hand grab for the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
There's a little wind blowing out that way, blowing away from home plate out to the outfield, so wasn't initially where Krinberger thought it was. He had to take a few more steps back, but still able to get under to make the catch fairly easily out there.
Krinberger able to make the adjustment out there. As Marshall Rich now will lay down a bunt down the third base line. Ben rushing with the throw, and it is an out. Long hold from Anthony Hill, but what a play from Ben Rushing. Rushing, as soon as he saw the bunt attempt from Marshall Rich, just ran in, made the bare hand play, threw it to first to get the second out in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, what a play. He initially started charging when he saw Marshall squared, where he saw Rich squared a bunt, and then barehanded throw and kind of falling away there, guns it over to Avery at first to get him out by a half step. As the Copperheads defense continuing to show us why they're so highly touted so early on in the season.
And Avery made a difficult catch, too. It was in a weird area for him to catch. It wasn't on the ground. It wasn't high, so it was kind of caught up by his hip with the glove turned down as first pitch misses Zach Orn for a ball. 1-0. Orn is left field, middle of the way out in the green. Pitch missed to Zach Orn. 2 balls and 1 strike. As from the stretch, Cesaro's pitch is grounded on a couple hops to the second baseman. Glasser makes the up, just like the 2nd and the 3rd for Thomas Cesaro. Not a lot of pitches thrown as we're going to the top of the 6th inning. It's the Copperheads 1, the Joes 1. Will be
And Dry Cleaning Business is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together,
The region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
This is
Back here in the top of the 6th inning, Copperheads and Joes tied up at 1. It'll be Phil Glasser, Chris Gambert, and Ben Rushing for the Copperheads as the first pitch from Kurt Lang, the man on the mound, is outside for a ball. Lang came in to replace Joey Gerbis, who went 4 innings, allowed 2 hits. 1 run, it was earned, 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, as now one is swung on and lifted out into the parking lot, and the ball will bounce and hit the window of one of the cars on a bounce. It looks like the window is okay. It does not look like there's a crack there.
It's a nice convertible out there, though.
It is.
Not a par. I wouldn't park my convertible right there
No,
if I had one, I'll tell you what.
I wouldn't park my car anywhere near this place. I'd park it close enough so that I could walk here. Not so close where a foul ball can reach.
Absolutely.
As the ball missed to Phil Glasser. Counts at 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Ball game tied up at 1 apiece, as now the off-speed pitch missed outside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Phil Glasser, and Glasser is 1 for 1 on the day. A double in the first and then a walk in the third. So we're here in top 6. Glasser now swinging and lifting one out into left field. The left fielder Cates takes a couple steps, walks around in a circle, and makes a one-hand grab for the first out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Now coming to the plate for the Copperheads, the catcher.
With the out, Chris Gambert will come to the plate, the power bat of the righty, who has been on fire as of late. Chris Gambert has his batting average currently at .343 after a big day over the past couple days. As Kurt Lang, the first pitch, misses low and in for a ball, 1-0. Gambert today walked and struck out on an inside fastball in the third. 1-0 count, taken inside, ball 2. For Kurt Lang, this will be his 4th appearance of the season. Hasn't pitched since June 12th. So 2 days ago against the Richmond Jazz in a losing effort, but did not give up a run. Give up 1 hit and a strikeout, as a fastball now is either in or low. So 3 straight balls from the arm of Kurt Lang into the plate for Chris Gambert.
Yep, Gambert's still in the driver's seat here, though, as you can pick out your pitch here, 3-1, and really do some damage with it.
Well, the 3-1, it was thought to be a ball, but same kind of at-bat for Gambert. 3 balls, takes a couple strikes as he swings and bounces one towards the hole on the left side. The third baseman ranges over and makes the throw in time for the second out here in the top of the 6th inning. Strong throw from Janning, 2 outs.
The next batter.
Time did Janning to make the throw on the first to retire. It's on the night so far, so.
Well, it was an offensive explosion in yesterday's game. Almost everybody was picking up hits left and right as the pitch into Ben Rushing's for a called strike. Rushing takes a couple looks back to the home plate. Umpire Mike Harbison. And the 0-1 from Lang. Bang right back up the middle under the glove of the pitcher, but backhanded by the second baseman, Orange, who throws over to first in time for the third and final out here in the top of the 6th inning. So the Copperheads are held scoreless through the middle innings and since the 2nd inning, as it's still a 1-1 game between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Hamilton Joes. We'll be back in the bottom of the 6th for the Joes to come to the plate. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and
one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many OhioUniversity.com.
I'm Sam Worsing. I'm from Wright State. I'm listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Sam Worsing was a starter in yesterday's game. He went 6 strong, 9 strikeouts, only allowed 1 run. It was earned, and only 3 hits. Braxton Kelly came in to slam the door shut on the Cincinnati Steam. Well, that was yesterday, and here we are today with the Copperheads and Joes tied up at 1. First pitch swinging and bouncing it over into foul territory along the right field line. is the center fielder Griffin Kane. Kane today is 0 for 1. He walked and scored back in the first inning and then grounded out to short in the third. Bottom of the sixth. No change since that first inning. As the 0-1 is delivered, fastball misses. We'll call it low for ball one. For Kane, batting .222 so far in the season. As the fastball hits the outside corner, and now the count is at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Griffin Kane. The 1-2 taken on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Kane goes down looking, and Preston Miller will take his chance against Thomas Cesaro.
Real good spot there, 1-2, kept it right on the outside part of the plate. Griffin Kane just frozen by that pitch on the black.
5th strikeout on the day for Cesaro. As now Miller will stay. Pitch allowed by Cesaro on the day. And with a runner on first base, Jake Cates, the left fielder, will stand in from the left side. Cates had the single, the RBI single. That was controversial. Talked about it a little bit. Ground ball over towards short. Thrown for no call as the first pitch is in for a called strike. 0-1.
Right, the issue on that play wasn't if Cates was safe or not. He was clearly safe at first, but the fact that the call at first took so long, so Avery didn't know to throw the ball home or not, because it would have been the third out of the inning.
Fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-1. So 1-1 count into Jake Cates. As fastball, this one's a little bit too high and too far away for ball number 2. 2-1 the count, 1 out here on the bottom of the 6th inning. Score has remained the same since we exited the first inning. As from the stretch, Cesaro pitches, breaking ball hits the outside corner. Count is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On first with a hit by pitch is Preston Miller. Not a big lead for Miller as Cesaro deals outside, ball 3. Some kind of break, unable to get through Cesaro since the first, and Copperheads held scoreless as well as a fastball misses outside. It'll be ball 4. The bat will be thrown with 2 hands over the head from Jake Cates. Preston Miller took off on the throw, but he just gets second base because it was a walk. And now there are runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Thomas is to Cesaro. Third walk allowed by Cesaro today. As he's through 5 1/3. He's only allowed 2 hits. One of those hits was for an RBI. 3 walks allowed, 5 strikeouts totaled up. Copperheads only have 3 hits, 1 run on 3 hits, and then since the first.
Yeah, Thompson just got enough of that one to get it out into the shallow center field grass, and playing too far back was Krimberg, and not want to risk diving and having the ball get by him, so he lets it drop in front and keeps the runner from scoring. So now they're going to do some work here to get out of this inning unscathed.
Bases loaded, bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads 1, Joe's 1. Avery Janning at the plate. Janning is 0 for 2 on the day. The pitch from Cesaro was taken in for a called strike. 0-1. To recap, Preston Miller, he was hit by a pitch, was awarded first, then moved over to second when Jake Cates walked, and then Ryan Thompson followed with a single. Bases loaded, bottom 6, ground ball over towards Ben Rushing. He'll go to third. The throw over to first, in time, double play. Ben Rushing. We head to the top of the 7th inning with the score remaining tied at 1. Joey Medora will have you for the rest of regulation as we'll return top 7 right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Post-game hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in a...
From the University of Central Florida, and you're listening to Copperheads Media Network.
Ben Rushing turns a nice double play to get the Copperheads out of a bases loaded and one-out jam in the bottom of the sixth inning to keep the score tied at 1-1. In this first game with the Hamilton Jones, first ball swinging is Reese Trahey. In the first pitch of the inning, grounds out to the shortstop, fires a strong throw. Still on the mound is Kurt Lang. Now in his third inning of work, he relieved Joey Gerbis, who went 4 innings, giving up 2 hits and a run. It was earned, striking out 3. But Lang now in his third inning of work. Hits are even at 3 apiece for both sides, as no one has scored in this game since the first inning. As Zion Avery is up now, he swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play down towards the playground behind us in the press box. It'll be an 0-1 into Avery. Avery's 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the first inning and then flew out to center field his last time up. As the 0-1 pitch from Lang into him will be taken upstairs for a ball, 1-1. This is Lang's 4th appearance on the year. He came in with a 7.63 ERA in just 3 2 innings of work, striking out 3. As he gets Avery out in front of that pitch, took something off it. Lang comes set, pitching out of the stretch. 1-2 pitch into Zion Avery will be taken up and inside for a ball that will even up the count at 2. Lang out of Northern Kentucky University from Hamilton, Ohio. That's a 2-2 pitch into Zion. Will be taken inside for a ball. The Hamilton Joes fans here thought it was strike 3, but Mike Harbison was behind the plate, didn't think so. Now run the count full 3-2.
Well, who wouldn't want a dollar beer?
As the beer man in this game is Avery. Now he won't strike out. He will ground out to the third baseman Jennings, who fires it on the first in plenty of time to retire Avery. So both hitters for the Copperheads are retired via the ground ball to start the 7th inning, and now there's 2 outs for Jared Hurd, the left fielder. Hurd is 0 for 2 on the day. He bunted his first time up and was thrown out by a step at first base, and hit a long line drive his second time up out to center field, but was hauled in by Kane out in center field, so he's 0 for 2. First pitch into him will be a called strike, 0-1. Lang 6'5", 225 pounds, throwing the ball out there on the mound. As the 0-1 into Hurd will be taken outside for a ball, 1-1. So Lang comes set, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Tie ball game at 1. As a breaking ball breaks in but stays outside to Hurd, just off the outside part of the plate. Hurd will be up in the count, 2-1.
Good looking breaking ball from Kurt Lang. Just couldn't bend it far in enough to try to get the called strike.
2-1 into Hurd. He swings and misses. Pulled his head out on it. On the fastball low and away, and the count will be evened at 2-2. So 2-2 count, 2 away. As the teams are even in all 3 columns in runs, hits, and errors. As a 2-2 pitch into Hurd will be called. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Hurd didn't like the call as he walks and turns to the dugout swinging his bat, as he thought that pitch was inside. But the second strikeout for Kurt Lang in his outing And he is through 3 innings now. You're listening to the Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated.
From edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger.
Hi, I'm Ben Rushing. I'm from the University of Central Florida, and you're listening to Copperheads Media Network.
Bottom of the order due up for the Joes in the bottom of the 7th inning. Logan Thomason, Brennan Gick, and Marshall Rich all due up as Thomas Cesaro stays out on the mound, going out for his 7th inning of work as he pulled off a magician act last inning, getting out of a bases-loaded 1-out jam on a double play ball. As the first pitch in to Logan Thomason is cut on and missed for a strike, 0-1.
Just like any magician, they need a good assistant. Cesaro at 82 pitches right now.
As probably looking for a quick inning here to maybe get out for the 8th inning as well. As the 0-2 pitch into Thomason, chopped down towards Ben Rushing at 30, fields it on the hop, throws it on the first in time to get Thomason by a step. For the first out of the inning, Thomason now 0 for 3 on the day. He is retired, 1 away.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho.
So Ben Rushing has seen a lot of action over at third in this game.
At third base, you know, he was listed as a catcher coming into the game, or coming into the season.
First pitch into Brennan Gick is a ball, 1-0.
But his defense out in the field has been spectacular so far.
As the 1-0 into Gick will be called low for a ball, 2-0. Brennan Gick is 0 for 2 on the game as he swings through the 2-0 pitch, 2-1. At the center field as last time up. He's made a couple nice plays out in right field. As a 2-1 into him will be a called strike on the inside corner, 2-2. 2-2 into Gick, called outside for a ball, and he'll run the count full 3-2. So here comes the payoff pitch. Cesaro, after going 8 2/3 in his last outing, only allowing a run so far, going through 6 1/3 here, only allowing a run. As full count into Gick will be grounded to the second baseman Glasser. He fields it on the hop, throws on to first to Avery to retire him, no problem. And the first 2 men are retired in this inning, something we've grown accustomed to saying in this ball game. As there's been 3 3-out innings for Cesaro so far, and on his way to his 4th if he can retire Marshall Rich.
Yeah, and he's really held Gick in check, 0 for 3 today.
Held many of these hitters in check, only allowing 3 hits so far in this outing. As the first pitch into Marshall Rich will be a ball taken inside, 1-0. As 2 of the hits given up came back in the first inning, and the only other one came in the 6th inning. So the 1-0 into Rich will be taken low for a ball, 2-0. As time is called by Marshall Rich before the pitch is thrown, Cesaro throws it over the plate anyway. It will not count, as you see him smiling out there on the mound. But shakes off one side from Gambert, now gets one he likes. Here comes a 2-0, and it's a fastball on the inside corner for a strike, 2-1. Now Marshall Rich has grounded out to third base twice in this game. That's 2-1's breaking ball that appeared to break back over the inside corner, but it stays just inside. It'll be a 3-1 count. 3-1 into Marshall Rich. Will be taken right down Broadway for a strike. And back-to-back full counts now for Cesaro. Here in the bottom of the 7th, 2 away in a 1-1 tie ball game. The 3-2 is chopped towards Daniel Cruz at short. He charges in, makes the throw on to first in time to retire Marshall Rich. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Thomas Cesaro, his 4th on the ball game. As we are through 7 innings here, still a 1-1 tie between the Copperheads and the Joes. You are listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Top of the 8th. In a 1-1 tie ball game, another pitching change for the Hamilton Joes. It's Joshua Gaynor, the right-hander, submariner at a Long Island University, making his 7th appearance. 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, only allowed 2 hits. His last outing was 2 days ago against the Jazz in a 10-7 loss where he got the loss. Pitched an inning and 2/3, gave up 3 runs, only 1 of them earned, striking out 2. But it's Ty Krinberger, Daniel Cruz, and Sebastian Fabic as they look to break the tie between these two teams. First pitch into Krinberger's taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Krinberger is 1 for 2 on the day, had a single. Back in the 5th inning, he's also struck out in this one. As a 1-0 pitch is Ty Krinberger tried to check his swing, unable to, as it's called by Mike Herbison behind the plate. It's a 1-1 count. As Gaynor throws submarine. Now, definitely tough for a righty as well with the angle coming at you. So the Copperheads will look to push across a runoff Gamer. 2-1, fouled back way out of play down towards that water park we mentioned earlier in air.
I'll look up the burger.
Krinberger battling in there against Gaynor. Gaynor, a sophomore, 6'1", 195 pounds. As he deals a 2-2 to Krinberger, and it will hit him on the elbow. So the leadoff man will be on for the Copperheads, as you see a bit of a grimace there And the leadoff man is like this. Both teams only have 3 hits, 1 run apiece. Nobody has scored a run since back in the first inning. As now we'll see the Joes coach come out, talk to Harbison at home plate. Probably something to do with Krittenberger not ducking out of the way of the pitch.
Well, I mean, it's a hard pitch for him to duck out away from, and it's a deceptive motion, deceptive delivery that Krittenberger has to first locate where the ball is in split seconds and then try to get out of the way. That's true for any pitcher, but it makes it even more difficult against a submarine pitcher such as Joshua Gaynor.
So it looks like nothing will be changed as coach makes his way back into the dugout. And Daniel Cruz will dig in. Cruz 0 for 2 on the day, flew out to right field in his first at-bat, is also struck out back in the 5th inning. The Copperheads trying to move Krittenberger around as he was caught stealing once in the ball game last time. As first pitch into Cruz is popped up in the infield. First baseman calls it off. He will make the catch. It only takes 1 pitch to retire Daniel Cruz, and there's 1 away with a runner on first now.
Up next for the Copperheads,
As Preston Miller makes the catch at first base. And now back to the top of the order, Sebastian Fabic digs in.
And just to get back to you about the water park. Park is an area designed for specific type of use, such as industrial, commercial, or residential.
So you're saying because it has water and it has a use, it's a park?
Yes.
Water park, okay, I guess. Bunt attempt from Sebastian Fabic. Pouncing off the mound is Gaynor. Throw on to first. Gets away from the first baseman, Miller. Heading into third is Ty Krittenberger. He'll be held up. Going into second is Sebastian Fabic. And that could be a big error in this ball game, as Gaynor would have had Fabic with an on-target throw, but it gets away from the first baseman, Miller. And now there's 2 in scoring position with 1 away in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, just not a good throw from the pitcher, Gaynor, at all. Threw behind the runner. Had the first baseman try to reach over across the line, try to make a catch while also dealing with Fabic running and rushing down the line. So he wasn't going to make the catch because it was thrown behind him. And then now there's runners in scoring position.
So that draws the infield in. Phil Glasser digs in, 1 for 2 on the day. As the lefty cuts on the first pitch from Gaynor and fouls it back into the screen, 0-1. So a big opportunity now for the Copperheads. A base hit could score 1, potentially 2. Also could get it on a fly ball, as there's only 1 away. As runs have come at a premium so far in this game. As Gaynor kicks and deals the 0-1 in the Glasser. Will be taken outside for a ball, 1-1. That's where Rich wanted him to throw it. But it stays outside and Glasser takes. So infield drawn in. Outfield remains at normal depth. Comes a 1-1 in the Glasser, and he fouls it again back into the screen. He'll walk in a circle around the batter's box. He'll be down in the count 1-2.
Again, Glasser, he worked a lot of deep counts against Gerbis, and he's just been trying to see as many pitches as he can.
So Glasser down in the count 1-2 now to Gaynor. Runners on second and third, 1 away. Pitch stays outside for a ball, 2-2. So Phil Glasser has not been an easy out in this game. As the 2-2 from Gaynor in the Glasser. He swings on it and misses it. That's a big strikeout for Joshua Gaynor, and now there's 2 away in the top of the 8th inning.
Well, it's a big out and big momentum swing going towards the Joes. As whenever you get runners in scoring position and 2 away, you need a base hit to knock somebody in or a pass ball.
Chris Gambert, the catcher, comes up. First ball swinging, grounds it out towards the shortstop. He slides, makes a backhanded stop, throws it on the first. And what a stellar play there from the shortstop. Logan Thomason takes away a potential RBI single from Chris Gambert. And 2 will be left on in scoring position for the Copperheads in the top of the 8th inning. Heading into you're listening to Copperheads Baseball. Fall Green Moortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.4green.com. fallgreenmoretine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
My name is Chris Gambit from Louisville, Kentucky. Shout out to all my Bellarmine Knights. You're listening to Copperheads Media Network.
Staying on the bump for the Copperheads, now looking to close out his 8th inning of work in this one is Thomas Cesaro. He's pitched the first 7 for the Copperheads, only holding the Joes to 1 run and 3 hits as we remain deadlocked at 1. Top of the order, due up in this inning for the Joes. Zach Orn, Griffin Kane, and Preston Miller as they look to break the scoreboard for the first time since the first inning on Thomas Cesaro. First pitch into Orn will be taken inside for a ball, 1-0. Orn is 0 for 3 on the day, struck out and has 2 ground outs to the pitcher and second base respectively, as the 1-0 pitch in him is taken low for a ball, 2-0. As Cesaro comes set, working out of the stretch like he has been all day. Here comes a 2-0. As there are a couple of guys warming up for the Copperheads out in the first baseline bullpen, as 2-1 is fouled out of play down towards the building to our left. And it'll be a 2-2 count to Zach Orn. So Cesaro comes set. The 2-2 into Orn is cut on and grounded out to Phil Glasser at second base. He fires it on the first in time to retire Zach Orn. And the first man is retired in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Now batting for the Joes, the center fielder, number 17, Griffin Kane.
So with Orn being retired, Griffin Kane, the center fielder, digs in. He has scored the only run of the game for the Joes. When he was walked back in the first inning, came around to score on an infield single with 2 away in the inning. He's also grounded out to short end, struck out looking in this game. As the first pitch in from Cesaro is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Cesaro has continued to impress out on the mound, as pretty tough to follow up an 8 2/3 outing, as it's another ball grounded out to Glasser, and he'll just flip it with a flick of the wrist over to Zion Avery at first base. So it's back-to-back ground outs to the second baseman, and quickly 2 away now in the bottom half of the 8th.
And again, pitch into contact, Thomas Cesaro. Effective through 7 2/3. We'll see how much longer he lasts out on the mound.
Well, now Preston Miller digs in. He has a couple of line outs, and this one has also been hit by a pitch, as he swings at the first pitch breaking ball, and it's fouled over towards the softball diamond in first base foul territory, 0-1. So they're looking to complete his 8th inning of work if he can get out of this inning. Here comes the 0-1. It's a breaking ball chopped down the third base line. It will go foul as Ben Rushing touches it in foul territory, and Miller quickly down in the count, 0-2. So Cesaro toes the rubber, gets a sign from Gambert behind the plate. Comes set at the belt. The 0-2 into Preston Miller. He grounds it again towards the second baseman Glasser. Could it be 3 straight this inning? Yes, it can. 3 straight ground balls to the third baseman Phil Glasser. And now the 5th 3-up, 3-down inning in this game for Thomas Cesaro as he gets a bunch of hugs and handshakes in the dugout. Maybe that could have been his last inning of work. If it is, he went 8 strong, only giving up 1 run and 3 hits. As we go to the top of the 9th, someone's got to score here to break the tie. It's Copperheads 1, Joe's 1. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced.
Hi, I'm Ben Rushing. I'm from the University of Central Florida, and you're listening to Copperheads Media Network.
Top 9 is the first pitch into Ben Rushing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Sig.
Strike. As remaining on the mound is Joshua Gaynor, going in for his second inning of work. As the 0-1 into Rushing taken way outside for a ball, 1-1. Rushing has the only RBI for the Copperheads in the ball game. He had a sac fly back in the first inning that at the time gave them a 1-0 lead. That's Rushing swings and misses that pitch, 1-2. Joes would answer with a run of their own in the bottom of the first inning. But there has not been a run since in this game. It's the top of the 9th. As one of these teams looking to break the deadlock. The 1-2 pitch into Rushing is taken high and outside for a ball, 2-2. So Gaynor comes set. The 2-2 pitch into Ben Rushing from the Submariner is fouled down towards the Copperheads dugout. And Rushing will see another pitch at 2-2.
I just saw Thomas Cesaro walking by, not in the dugout. Ice on his arm, so it looks like his day will be done.
So we'll see who the Copperheads call on in the bottom of the 9th. 2-2 into Rushing. He gets a piece of it, fouls it back behind the plate. And being a tough out to lead off the top of the 9th. Count remaining at 2-2. Other than the sac fly, Rushing is 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to right field and grounded out to second in his other 2 at-bats. As the 2-2 in from Gaynor will be taken up and inside for a ball. And Ben Rushing will earn himself a full count to lead off the top of the 9th. Hits are even at 3 apiece for the team so far. It's definitely been a pitcher's duel in the first game as the full count fastball is blown right by Ben Rushing, strike 3. Second strikeout for Gaynor in his second inning of work. And there's one away now at the top of the 9th.
The right fielder, number 26, Reese Trahey.
Well, again, as we're here almost through 8 1/3 of an inning, somebody's going to have to score another run at some point during today's game, unless we get into international extra inning rules.
Reese Trahey digs in. First pitch is a strike called to him. 0-1. Trahey 0 for 3. Flew out to left, lined out to center, and grounded out to short throughout the game. As the second pitch in him is also taken for a called strike, and Trahey quickly down in the count 0-2 to Josh Gaynor.
We'll explain the rules should that situation pop up for international play in extra innings in the GLSCL.
0-2 in from Gaynor. Will be taken inside and low for a ball 1-2.
We don't have to get there until around 5 outs or so.
Left field. It is dropping, coming in left fielder, making a diving catch. Out in left field is Jake Cates as he fully extends out towards the left field line, taking a potential extra base hit away from Reese Trahey, and now there's 2 down in the top of the 9th inning.
Well, that was a big play from Cates out in left. He knew where the line was, knew he had to try to make a play on that, or else Copperheads would have a runner in scoring position. And he just dove, laid his body out on the line.
As Avery is 0 for 3. As the 0-1, it runs in on the fists, and he fouls it up over the first base dugout. 0-2 quickly to Avery. Oh, 2 down to Avery. Lines it back up the middle for a base hit. Coming in the center fielder, Kane fires it back into the infield, so it's a 2-out single for Zion Avery as he tries to spark a 2-out rally for the Copperheads in the top of the 9th.
Well, you never know what can happen. Just got to get on base and see what the guys behind you can do with a bat. You're not out of it till you're out of it. Or as Yogi Berra would say, it ain't over till it's over.
So on an 0-2 fastball, Avery lines it back up the middle where it came from and reaches with his first single of the day, just the 4th hit for the Copperheads in this game as the pitch into Jared Hurd is taken inside for a ball 1-0. As Gaynor comes set, the 1-0 into the lefty Hurd will be lined out into left field. Coming in is Cates. He will make the catch on the run. So it's a hard hit ball from Jared Hurd, but hit right at the left fielder. Hockey Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots.
Or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Cat will take the hill for the 9th inning, trying to send this game into extra innings. It's his 5th appearance on the year. So far, pitching 6 2/3, giving up 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned. 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. He's 0-2 with a 2.10 ERA. As the first pitch in to Jake Cates is a ball 1-0. Here comes the next pitch, blows it right by him. As a pitch from Colin Sells indicates taken upstairs for a ball.
Well, Colin Sells will have to pick up what Zazaro put down, as he was just, again, tremendous today.
The pitch into Sells, a swing and a miss from Cates. So now the count will run even at 2 to leadoff batter in the 9th inning. As Cates made a couple of nice catches in the top half of the inning. Leadoff man retired in the bottom of the 9th via the strikeout from Sells.
Well, Colin Sells, he was a part of the game where 7 runs in the top of the 9th inning for the Cincinnati Steam. You know, he just came in and tried to clean up what everybody left him. Unfortunate for him, he left a fastball for Eddie Persinger that Persinger went over the wall, but the ball, or the game kind of got out of hand before even Sells got in there.
So 1 away now to Ryan Thompson, the DH. He takes the first pitch up and outside for a ball 1-0.
But Colin Sells will look to improve upon his season. Only has around 2 ERA.
The second pitch is again a ball inside, 2-0.
So Sells will look to just continue on his success so far.
Sells gets a sign from the windup. Here comes a 2-0 pitch into Thompson. He'll bounce it. It'll get away from the catcher Gambert. It's a quick 3-0 count now to Ryan Thompson, who is 2 for 3 on the day, has 2 of the 3 base hits that the Joes have in this game. He also struck out back in the 4th inning. But a quick visit from Gambert out to Sells. See if Thompson will have the green light. Here comes a 3-0 pitch from Colin Sells. He'll be taken at the letters for his strike, 3-1. Sells the 3-1, swinging a foul ball out of play down towards the parking lot. It'll be a full count now to Ryan Thompson. So Sells looking to battle all the way back. Here comes a full count pitch. He'll run inside to Thompson. He will walk, flips the bat towards his dugout, and there'll be a 1-out base runner, and that is the game-winning run. At this point is now Avery Janning, the third baseman, digs in.
Well, no matter what, it'll be either a walk-off for the Joes or a go-ahead run for the Copperheads, but they need to send this one into extra innings first.
So Janning digs in, 0 for 3 on the day, struck out, grounded out to third base, and grounded into a 5-3 double play with the bases loaded to get the Copperheads out of a jam back in the 7th inning. As first pitch in him is fouled a long way out of play. Then get out of this 9th inning with the score still tied at 1, as neither team has been able to score since the 1st inning. This ball game has flown by so far. As the 0-1 pitch from Sells is hit into center field. Ty Krinberger takes a couple steps back, has it lined up. He will make the one-handed catch and fire it back into the infield. Now there's 2 away in the bottom of the 9th.
And again, that ball seemed like it was hit harder than it actually went out in this game. Anything in the air has kind of been a mystery off the bat, whether it was hit lightly at the plate and it's gone further out in the field than we had imagined, and then this pitch that was hit hard at the plate just didn't go anywhere.
Anytime you see a fly ball in the 9th inning, especially the bottom of the 9th inning of a tie game,
You get worried.
you hold your breath a little bit.
You do.
But Krinberger lined it up easily, made the catch. Now 2 outs for Logan Thomason. First pitch into him is a ball, 1-0. Thomason 0 for 3. Couple of ground outs, the third, and a strikeout so far on the day for him. As a go-ahead run leads off first base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th of a 1-1 ball game. Colin Sells kicks and deals. The 1-0 called on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. So it's Ryan Thompson leading off first base. He drew a walk with 1 out. Here comes a 1-1 pitch into Thomason. And it'll go outside for a ball. Chris Gambert pops up to make sure it doesn't get by him and allow the runner to move up. It'll be a 2-1 count now to Thomason. Outfield playing Thomason shallow. The 2-1 from Colin Sells is popped up into shallow right field, backing up a Zion Avery. He kind of loses sight of it and will drop in fair territory. Throwing it in is Phil Glasser to the shortstop, Daniel Cruz. As backpedaling with Zion Avery, unable to locate the ball, it falls right behind him. So it'll be a double for Logan Thomason. Thompson stays at third, but now there's 2 in scoring position with 2 away and 2 outs.
Well, the Copperheads are lucky here in that Ryan Thompson didn't, sprint around and didn't, come around to score on that. Ball hung up in the air for a long time, a time where he could have maybe come around to score, but he'll have to hold off at third, and Sells will have to bear down here.
So now getting a little interesting here. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. Brennan Gick comes up to hit. He's 0 for 3 on the day. As Sells looking to tightrope his way out of this one. and get into extra innings with the score still tied at 1. First pitch in the Gick, takes a big swing at it, misses, 0-1. As Gick looking for a big base hit to send these fans home happy for Hamilton with a win. As the winning run just 90 feet away at third base. Here comes the 0-1 in the Gick. Breaking ball breaks over the plate for a strike, and Gick is quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Brennan Gick came in today batting .235, has 4 RBIs and 1 extra base hit on the year. Sells had him down 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Gick hits it out into left field, and it will fall in between Crittenberger and Jared Hurd. The winning run comes in to score, as it looked like a little bit of miscommunication in left center field as the ball drops. As it wasn't hard hit, but it falls right in front of Hurd and Crittenberger. And the winning run, Ryan Thompson, comes in to score. And the Hamilton Joes walk it off with a 2-1 victory in Game 1 of this 3-game set.
The ball was in the air. Colin Sells did his job. He had 2 flying balls, one to right field, one to left field, left center field. Both balls that were catchable, both balls that fell down on the ground. You know, Sells, while this loss does get attributed to him, it is not necessarily his fault entirely.
Yeah, it just looked like some miscommunication out in left center field on who was going to go catch the ball, as Daniel Cruz at short had his back turned, obviously didn't think it was his ball, and it just drops in between Crittenberger and Hurd. And that plates the winning run. It's a tough one for the Copperheads, as Thomas Cesaro goes 8 strong innings, only even have 1 run and 3 hits, but will not get a decision, as the Copperheads are held down by this Joe's pitching staff.
Yeah, Thomas Cesaro going 8 strong, only allowed 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. Really didn't see any trouble except for a couple innings today. But Cesaro again pitched his heart out, couldn't get the win, went 8 2/3 in his first start, went 8 innings to close out this game. Sells got 2 outs, and again, just a couple balls that were most likely catchable, could have been lost in the lights, could have been miscommunication, whatever the fact may be. Those balls still found fair territory. Those balls got down for hits, and the Hamilton Joes pick up Game 1 win.
So the Joes move on to 7-3. Josh Gaynor picks up the win, his first one of the year. He goes to 1-1 as he pitched 2 shutout innings out of the pen, but something that has to hurt to look back on in this game is when the Copperheads had runners on second and third with 1 away, and they were unable to get a run across. And the Joes able to score a run here in the bottom of the 9th and walk it off 2-1 to move on to 7-3. Copperheads dropped to 4-6 early on in the season. As the loss goes to Colin Sells, he's now 0-3 on the year, but the Copperheads will have to come back tomorrow again here at 7 o'clock and try to force a rubber match with the South Division leading team, the Hamilton Joes. So it's a 2-1 final. Hamilton Joes knock off the Copperheads, as we will come back tomorrow. As for Connor Mills, I am Joey Medor signing off this broadcast as the Joes knock off the Copperheads 2-1 with a walk-off single in the 9th inning.